Hey everybody, wanted to touch base with you again after going over your reflections. I always like to take a day or two to kind of let them sit and let me read them a little bit deeper after grading. And I really enjoy seeing the different platforms you're using, not just to use Blackboard, but you're also using a personal blog or Medium or even using Twitter in their thread usage to make sure that you can tell a story. And a little side note, when Twitter first started, people thought, or people were using that as a blog. It was actually kind of interesting to think that Twitter could be like a running blog, but yeah, times have changed even in a short amount of time. So the reflections for this week that really jumped out at me were Erica discussed Nike's Colin Kaepernick ad campaign, which got a lot of publicity, and not just because of Nike, but because it was Colin Kaepernick and whether he belongs in the league or whether he didn't. It resonated obviously for many reasons, and while some on social showed video of people burning Nike sneakers, and the brand knew, however, what they were doing. They had plenty of social and digital data to support what they were doing in the Believe in Something campaign and that it would work. And frankly, any big brand like a Nike or even Adidas or Under Armour, they're going to do that research. They're not just doing a campaign for the sake of doing it. So Nike had a really great idea that this was going to work. They may lose some people, but overall they knew they would actually gain people as well. On Hannah's Com608 blog, she posted about Airbnb's We Accept campaign and how digital and social were used to maximize views and impressions. It also hammers home that point that you can't just pick a cause and say, hey, this looks great. In this case, it was about displaced families, and decide that you're going to, make a statement. What Airbnb did was they made sure that a sizable part of their audience and the people that actually share their homes on Airbnb rather, would support this call. And many did, and this is why it was a success and something that you should look into, especially as they used both the traditional for a Super Bowl ad and then also digital and social. So take a look at that when you have a second. It's the hashtag We Accept with Airbnb. And lastly, Caitlin, she posted on Medium about Bumble and its campaign with Serena Williams, which encourages women to make the first move in personal and their professional lives. Now, my initial reaction when I heard was one of skepticism, actually, not because of Serena, but because why Bumble? Well, it turned out to be a great success, and it showed that even Serena was offered and did buy into Bumble with this campaign. So I think it also goes to hammer home that it's important not to just have blinders on when you're thinking of a campaign, especially when you're thinking of using celebrities or you're using influencers. You never know how something could work. And Serena is a strong and a very strong-minded person in a positive way. And in this case, they were able to use her strength to make this campaign a success as well. So when you have the addition of a strong brand and then a strong influencer at times, this can really make for a winning campaign. So those were some of the reflections that I really enjoyed reading. Keep them coming every week. We're up to week 4. I can't wait to read what you have coming up next. If you want to share something with me or you have a link to share, make sure you're doing it and using the hashtag AUDigitalComm, C-O-M-M, okay? Following some of you on Twitter, so I see some of the things. So make sure you're also posting on Twitter. That's part of the grade, as are your reflections. So please make sure you're posting and sharing your thoughts there as well. Now, until next time, if you have questions, comments, and concerns, reach out to me by email. Other than that, I'll talk to you next week.